Hi. Is it really a happy new year, at least in Puerto Rico? Question mark. We started the year with 16.8% electricity hike in our rates. We have increases in water bill. We have increases in the tolls. And we haven't seen yet the roads in this country to really improve, or that electricity is sustained over long periods of time, almost daily. We have blackouts. So really, is it a happy new year? At any rate, when we ended our capsule in on December 31st, we ended with this cover of the Economist, which is illustrative of the challenges that we are facing at the start of year 2022. And let's put it again for you to see on the screen. And we have Omicron, which has created havoc, not only in Puerto Rico, but everywhere. It's global and it's very contagious. We have the China slump, and it's decelerating, the second largest economy in the world, which used to increase at the clip of 10 and 11% real rates of growth. Now it's down to about half, 5.6%. Nonetheless, it's a hefty and robust economic growth, but certainly there are more tensions with Russia, with possible invasion of Ukraine, and China with a hard fist either towards Hong Kong or towards other dissensions within China. And of course, the war with the war trade with the U.S. and all the barriers that have been placed since President Trump. And of course, the rear ghost of inflation, which right now it's past 6%. Consumer price index in the States and certainly in Puerto Rico, even though the official figures have not yet reached that price index. At any rate, this is the start of year 2022. Let's look then at a global economic outlook in terms of real rates of growth, and this graph of the world depicts the World Economic Outlook of October 2021. I think these forecasts are extremely optimistic in light of all the havoc that Omicron is causing globally. But at any rate, I am sharing them with you. And the US is posed for 5.2% economic growth, real economic growth. The UK is 5%. The Euro area is about 4.3%. That includes Germany. Russia is about 2.9%. China is about 5.6%. India 8.5%, Brazil in South America 1.5%, and Puerto Rico, according to the World Economic Outlook, with negative 0.3% for year 2022. In our next graph, we depict then what Puerto Rico has been in terms of real growth as opposed to the US real GNP growth. And again, they are in the same fiscal year of Puerto Rico, which runs from July 1st through June 30th. Of both years. And here we depict the red line is Puerto Rico's real economic growth since 1960, compared with the US, which is the blue line, again, in 1960 fiscal year. And notice the different stages we've been going through. We were above Puerto Rico, above the US real GNP growth from 1960 to about 1974, just before the start of the first economic recession in 1975. Then we moved almost in tandem, these two economies, and then Puerto Rico, as of 2000, really started depicting below average growth compared with the US. And now the forecast. The blue line is for the US. It's telling us that for 2022, it's 5.8% real GNP growth. And for 2023, we're talking somewhere in the region of about 0.8% growth in Puerto Rico, according to the Puerto Rico Planning Board, and the Promesa Board has said it's about negative or 0.6%, and then it goes down to negative 0.9%. With this trend in economic growth, even though the US also goes down below 5.8%, certainly our economy, after a recession, more likely a depression since 2007, is a long protracted deceleration, negative economic growth, and we need higher growth than what is depicted here in terms of the forecast through 2031, with even negative economic rates and close to zero growth rates, which are not really boding well for our economic prospects. What do we suggest as a plan? Somebody out there, please listen to this modest suggestions, which require really a vision and a plan, and above all, execution. So the first thing in our suggestion is end this public debt renegotiation under Title III, with Judge Taylor swaying. It should be resolved, or at least negotiated finally this year. And already this public debt renegotiation has cost Puerto Rico's taxpayers about $1 billion, mostly in legal fees, since 2017. Use the federal funds which have come from Hurricane Maria and which are finally trickling down this economy, as well as all the assistance through COVID for infrastructure. Puerto Rico's ports, Puerto Rico's electric system, Puerto Rico's water system, highways. We need to improve them if Puerto Rico has any chance of really improving and again competing in the world. We need to freeze these essential service rates, which all these public corporations and even the private that is taking care of all the tolls of some of the expressways, they have increased as of January 1st. Electricity 16.8%, water, even though they say it's 2.5 to 4.5%, it's close to 50% since July of last year. Highways, we've seen the same potholes. We don't know where the money is, but it's not flowing through asphalt that is badly needed. And the ports, they need badly needed repairs and new infrastructure to really take care of all these, not only the cruise ships, but also the cargo ships. We need to undertake the substitution of Law 154, which 4% of the U.S. companies pay to Puerto Rico, and they can take credit against the IRS. Well, IRS has said to Puerto Rico, enough. You have 1 year to really remove Law 154. We are not going to give you any more credit against IRS. We need to assign responsibilities under a new plan for growth, real economic growth, and we need to have a calendar with the milestones and persons responsible to execute. And finally, we need to go back to a work ethics. Please, Puerto Rico, somewhere out there, listen. It's not that difficult. Don't forget, those of you who like our economic capsules, to subscribe under YouTube, under the voice of Heidie Calero. And to remember, give us a like in those economic capsules, which we try to educate you on the Puerto Rico economy. And don't forget, the economy is all of us. Thank you.